Imagine this, a young heiress, frail and pale, lying on a hospital bed. Around her, 20 of the best doctors in the country had come and gone, each shaking their heads, unable to explain why her body was failing. Her family was losing hope, her future slipping away, and the media whispered about tragedy in the richest household in the city. But no one, not the doctors, not the nurses, not even her own family, saw what a single janitor noticed. A single dad with nothing but his eyes, his heart, and a lifetime of paying attention to small details. One tiny clue he saw changed everything. And before I continue, my friend, I promise this story will move you, maybe even change how you see people around you. So if you believe in miracles, in the power of kindness, make sure you like this video right now and subscribe to the channel, because we tell stories that will stay in your heart forever. Her name was Isabella. To the world, she was the only daughter of a billionaire shipping tycoon, an heiress with everything. To her father, she was his last remaining joy after losing his wife to illness years ago. But now, Isabella herself was wasting away. She could barely eat. Her hands trembled. Her skin was pale. 1 week, the doctors thought it was leukemia. Another, they suspected a rare infection. Then came endless tests, endless bills, endless treatments that left her weaker and weaker. The father, Mr. Grant, spent millions, but money could not buy what they could not find, the truth. Every evening, when the specialists left with their heads down, a man named Daniel came in quietly with his mop and bucket. He was the hospital janitor, a man who had once dreamed of being a nurse but had dropped out of college when his wife passed away, leaving him alone with a newborn daughter. He had given up everything to raise little Emily, his only child. Daniel never complained. He cleaned floors, emptied trash bins, polished the hallways. But what most people didn't know was that Daniel noticed things. He noticed who skipped meals, who was hiding their pain, who smiled on the outside but cried when no one was looking. He noticed, because he had learned to survive by watching. One night, while Isabella's father was arguing with the doctors outside her room, Daniel was cleaning in the corner. He heard Isabella whispering to herself. Her voice was faint, like a candle flickering out. She said, "Why does nobody believe me? Why can't they see it?" Daniel froze. Slowly, he set his mop aside and glanced at her. She wasn't talking to him, but to herself. Her eyes were glassy, but her hand kept reaching toward her throat as if scratching something only she could feel. When Daniel looked closer, he saw something so small it could be missed, a red line, faint, circling just under her ear. It wasn't from a needle. It wasn't from scratching. It was too precise, too perfect. And suddenly, it struck him. He had seen this before, on Emily. His daughter had once been allergic to a detergent used on her pillowcase at school. The reaction left a faint, thin rash near her neck, and it made her sick for weeks until Daniel figured it out. His heart pounded. Could it be that simple? Could Isabella, the heiress everyone thought had a rare incurable disease, just be poisoned slowly by something in her environment? Daniel didn't want to intrude, didn't want to risk being laughed at. But he thought of his daughter. He thought of how he would want someone, anyone, to speak up if Emily's life were in danger. That night, after finishing his shift, Daniel went home and couldn't sleep. He searched every bit of memory, every detail he had noticed in Isabella's room. The perfume-scented sheets. The daily deliveries of flowers in tall glass vases. The lotion her nurse applied to her hands. Something kept repeating in his mind, the flowers. Rare lilies, always on her bedside table, sent by her father to brighten her days. But lilies were toxic. Their pollen, their scent, dangerous to those allergic. His daughter had once sneezed uncontrollably just walking past them. The next morning, Daniel did something most people would never dare. He approached Mr. Grant in the hallway. The billionaire was furious, tired, and distraught. "What is it? Can't you see I'm busy?" he snapped. Daniel swallowed hard, his hands trembling, but he spoke. "Sir, forgive me, but I think I might know what's hurting your daughter." The room went silent. Doctors exchanged glances, some rolling their eyes. But Mr. Grant, desperate, demanded, "What are you talking about?" Daniel pointed to the flowers. "The lilies. Please, remove them. Just try." The billionaire almost laughed, almost ordered security to throw him out. But something in Daniel's eyes, a quiet conviction, a father's love, made him hesitate. He ordered the nurses to clear the flowers. For the first time in weeks, Isabella's room smelled only of clean air. Within hours, her breathing eased. The redness faded from her neck. By nightfall, she asked for food. By the end of the week, her strength began to return. Doctors were shocked. Tests confirmed it wasn't cancer, not infection, but an extreme allergic reaction made worse by constant exposure. Something so simple, so overlooked. Mr. Grant was speechless. He had hired the world's most expensive experts, yet it was the janitor who saved his daughter.